Booyah Kasha. We're right back in it. Second game of the day. This is the Washington Terriers girls team. Played some serious games yesterday, as well as the Utah Eagles girls team, who have also been playing their freaking hearts out throughout this tournament. Both of them going head to head today. Should be a good one. And here's tip. Right off the bat, Anderson able to get it to her sister, Ashley Anderson, over to Deborah Dennis. That lineup here, starting lineup for Washington today, includes number 11, Savannah Anderson, number 23, Ashley Anderson, number 21, Brianna Moore, 14, Deborah Dennis, and number 13, Jadaline Malone. Now here comes Utah. Whistle's blown. Unclear there. But that's all right. We're back in action. Here come the Utah Eagles, soaring out of their nest into Terrier territory. Oh goodness, I wish I hadn't figured that one out. Eagles nest, Terrier territory. What a mouthful. Here come the Terriers now. This is number 13, Jadaline Malone, who might win the award for coolest shoes in the entire tournament. That's still up for debate. 23, Ashley Anderson, over to number 14, Deborah Dennis. Looking to put it up, that ball's gonna fall out of bounds. That lineup, starting lineup for the Utah Eagles, includes number 4, who's got the ball right now, that's Reese Diven. Her teammate, number 25, Eliza Dietz. Number 1, Maxine Katz. Number 5, Kaylee Edwards. And of course, the rest of the Utah lineup as well. I've been announcing these games so long, I know all the players' names. Most of the time, I'm not even looking at the sheets nowadays. Here's number 25, Dietz with the ball over to Katz. Katz pressing inbound. Defenders all over her. Able to hand it off to Dietz. Dietz looking for something in the paint. Not able to get it over the defenders, though. And that's recovered by number 21, Brianna Moore. Here comes Malone. Malone looking to set it up. Here's Brianna Moore from the wing over to Deborah Dennis. We saw that shot earlier. One Utah player grabbing themselves, hope they're okay. Seem to be all right. And here we are, back after it. Savannah Anderson. The no look, no point technique. Washington still able to get it up, though. I believe that was number 23, Ashley Anderson. And here we go. Reese Diven. Looking for someone. That's someone, Kaylee Edwards. Kaylee Edwards finding Dietz. Dietz now pressing in. Dietz, holy freaking smokes, tossing it up. Look at the smiles on the Utah team as they walk back to the Eagles' nest. Whoa! Here come the Terriers. Here's Savannah Anderson putting it up into the hands of D4. They call her that because her name is Deborah Dennis Dunkin' Donuts. D4, number 14. And that's a foul called here. Looks like it's going to be on number 4, Reese Diven, first of the game. 3 minutes have elapsed here in this first quarter. Here's Ashley Anderson. Ashley Anderson, fresh from the matrix, putting one up on the board. Malone, rebound. Wow, Jadaline Malone. I'd say something funny, but my voice cracked. Let's get back to the game. Utah now, Utah Eagles, Reese Diven. Reese over to Kaylee Edwards. Kaylee with the stance. And that ball's just fallen right out of bounds into the hands of Nick Stewart. That's one of the players from the boys' Utah basketball team. Here's Reese Diven. Reese Diven over to Dietz. Anderson trying to get a hand on the ball. It's not going to go. Dietz now working against her. The other Anderson. Malone able to come away with it. And here they come. Terriers. Terriers talking tenaciously. D4. No. D4 again. Also no. The Anderson sisters. The Anderson sisters. Not the one, but the two. And that's going to be a foul on Utah. Number 25, Eliza Dietz. Shooting once again, fresh off the matrix. Ashley Anderson putting it up. She's like, goodbye, Utah. And she's right. It's Utah ball now. Here they come. That score, by the way, 10-2 Terriers. Gonna squeeze in as much alliteration as I can into this game. 10-2 Terriers is the total score. Here's Utah. Looking to make a move. Open teammate. Across the court, just a little short though. Short court pass. Here's D4. D4. Just over the Utah team. Utah with a sort of crowd surfing basketball technique. And here's Malone in the paint, looking to make a score. Direct pass off the glass to Moore. A score from Moore. Oh my goodness. Here's Anderson. Out to the other Anderson. To D4. Anderson making a move. Not quite there. You gotta love it though. Smiles on all the players' faces. If nothing else, they're having a good time, and that's what WSBC is all about. There's competition, yes, but more important is having a good time, staying safe, enjoying yourself. And here we go, Washington ball, Anderson. Over to Brianna Moore. Brianna Moore back to Anderson in the wing, into Malone in the paint. And that's a 30-second timeout called by Utah. Here comes Utah rushing to the sidelines. Way to hustle. The buzzer is nearly over it. The buzzer has had about enough of this tournament. What'd I tell you? He's sick of it. That's all right, though, because we're not. We're ready for more basketball. And just like Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, here we go. Here comes Utah, driving into Terrier territory. Terrestrial. Here goes Dietz. Round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. And Edwards now. Out to Dietz. Dietz round the other outside. Dietz looking to go across into the hands of Reese Diven. What do we got? Intercepted by Malone. 2 Utah players on her though. Not enough to stop her. She gets that pass off to number 11, Ashley Anderson. Excuse me, Savannah Anderson. Here's Brianna Moore. Not quite there. Here's Malone. Also not there. Utah with the recovery. Nice work. Eagles Nest prevails. And here's Dietz. Got a few defenders on her. Oh my gosh, look at the bounce pass into Reese Diven in the paint. Back out to Dietz. They need to put some shots up. There's only a minute left in this quarter here. Can they do it? They're gonna go for it. So close. Utah retreating to the Eagles' Nest. Terriers invading. And in the midst of some communication with the Utah sidelines, Brianna Moore doing what she does best, getting more buckets. That score, 14-2, 15 seconds left. Reese Diven looking to make something happen. Kaylee Edwards keeping it to herself. D4 with the steal, however. Over to Malone. Malone, Ashley. Ashley with a smile on her face. She's like, it's okay. And that's gonna do it for the first quarter. Quick 1 minute break here and then we're right back after it. Ka-chow. Tremendous screech from the Eagles sideline lets you know they mean business. Terrier sideline silent. I wonder if we'll see a turnaround in this game. That must mean something. Reese Diven coming out of nowhere, putting a shot up just a little wide. Here's Savannah Anderson. Red pill, blue pill. And look who's in the game for the Terriers. none other than number 4, Sarah Johnson, getting some minutes this morning. More alliteration. Amazing pass to more buckets. Look who else is in the game. 20, Kaylee Gabrowski with some really cool hair. Love it. Anderson, just a little short, Johnson, a little short there on the shot. And Brianna getting a bounce in on the basketball. More alliteration, I just can't stop. Here we go. Utah, Washington. Washington ball. Into Moore to Gabrowski. And that's a little shot. And look at Westward Brick Wall getting its first assist on the day. Gabrowski over to Anderson. Anderson still wearing that smile on her face. Love to see it. Pass is a little high, but falls into the hands of Brianna Moore. Johnson taking another shot, and that's a little short. Westward Brick Wall, back-to-back assists this morning. And here comes Utah soaring into the terrestrial terrier territory. And that ball is going to fall out of their hands. Anderson sisters, little friendly competition going on there. Out to Sarah Johnson at the 3-point to Brianna Moore. Brianna looking for Gabrowski. Back out to Johnson. Savannah, top of the arc. 2 minutes have elapsed in this quarter here, folks. And that's Sarah Johnson putting it up just a little short. E for effort. We love it. Keep it up. Keep up the hustle. Speaking of hustle, Reese Diven making a move. Diets with the rebound. More Utah rebounds. Diets looking for an interior Utah teammate. And a whistle is sounded. And that's going to be a timeout called by the Eagles. Their first piece of advice, breathe. And here we go again, Sarah Johnson. Coming up to the three-point line, out to Brianna Moore. Diets all over her. Diets with the window washer defense technique. And that ball is going to bounce right over Ashley Anderson. She's just going to wash her hands of the whole situation. It never happened. And here come the Eagles, flapping their wings. That's Reese Diven across center court. And they're in Terrier territory. Here's Kaylee Edwards. A serious look on her face. I would not mess with Edwards. There she goes. Crouching tiger technique. Into the thick of it. Edwards wrestling with Anderson for the ball. She does not like that. I told you, Edwards had a serious look on her face. She's not pleased about that Anderson steal. Utah and Washington coach communicating now. Reese being directed to the right side. Reese picking up some speed, looking for something. Gets the ball out to Maxine Katz. That gets intercepted though. Sarah Johnson being encouraged. Ashley Anderson able to get that ball. Here's Gabrowski. Just wide. Very close. Into the game. Subbing. Savannah Anderson. That's Deborah Dennis, Dunkin' Donuts. Number 14, D4. No, not chess. Here comes Reese Diven. Posted up at the top of the three-point line. Just through the hands of Kaylee Edwards. Edwards is not happy. Here's Washington trying to make something happen. Extend their lead out to Brianna Moore. Brianna Moore to D4, top of the arc. D4 into Anderson, out to Moore, back to D4. Over to Gabrowski, into the paint here, putting it up. Washington trying to rebound. Utah able to hang on to it. Ka-chow. Would love to see the inclusion of number 11, Elena Yanguez from the Utah sidelines. She's got some serious speed. Hate to see that serious speed sequestered on the sidelines. Here's Diets now. Diets passing out to Katz in the left wing. Katz heading in, trying to find Diets in the paint. Terriers able to pick it up in their own territory. Terrifically. Here comes D4 across center court. Looking, Gabrowski on the left side. Gabrowski putting it up. Diets playing dodgeball. Here's D4, back to Gabrowski. Gabrowski is really looking for it here. She's almost got it. She will get a shot in this game. That's a guarantee. And a medical timeout's going to be taken here.
Working here at PDSD is so amazing because I see our students grow and graduate, and I'm inspired. Do you want to be inspired? Come work at PDSD.
Hope you enjoyed the game. Come get involved here at PDSD and ASTB. Become a coach, a teacher. Hey, you could even lead us to our next victory.
The following video features audio description for our blind and visually impaired viewers. A woman bathed in blue light walks down a school hallway. She is surrounded by colorful flags.
ASDB is looking for today's leaders and for tomorrow's leaders. Not just at school, but in life, work, and the world. How can you help us lead?
Text on the screen reads, "Our programs need you, so do tomorrow's leaders." In a flash montage, the words deaf, blind, leadership, sportsmanship appear on the screen, followed by the words #join ASDB with a QR code leading to ASD.
And we're underway now, folks. That's Washington ball. The Terriers testing the territory of the Eagles. Little do they know, though, they're in the fearsome Eagles' nest. Squall! And it worked because Utah just prevented them from scoring. Now, here comes Dietz. She was racing, just lost a little momentum when she came to a stop there. Still putting a shot up, though. Sarah Johnson getting some serious minutes in this game. We love it. Here's Ashley Anderson on the far right side. Johnson putting a shot up, and she's trying to keep the rebound amongst 3 Utah defenders. Stunning. This Eagles defense now really holding its own. Look at Kaylee Edwards with the full sprint. Edwards putting in that work. Dietz recovering that fumbled ball. Dietz looking for something. She's in the paint. Back out to Maxine Katz. Here we go. Utah putting a shot up, just a little short. And that's recovered by the Terriers. Barely. Look at Reese Diven, though, with the gosh darn steal. The GDS. And here she comes. Put a shot up, Reese. You can do this. Whoa. Reese is going to tumble there. Looking like it might have been a foul call, but there's no whistle. Meanwhile, Washington continuing their offensive strategy. Eagles defense proving to be tried and true. And there's 15 seconds left. Western scoreboard going dark and then back on again. The Western scoreboard also doing a little Morse code. And that clock is ticking. There's 12 seconds left in this second quarter. Here come the Eagles soaring. They got to shoot. So close. So close. Utah, did they put it on the board before the buzzer went? They're going to give it to them. Look at Utah. Not only did they hold the Terriers back defensively, incredible. The Eagles' nest prevails, but on top of that, they put 2 on the board. The final going into this half. Excuse me. The current score going into this half, 14-4, Terriers up.
The following video features audio description for our blind and visually impaired viewers. A shot from a basketball backboard reveals an empty gymnasium without any athletes playing. A huge playground appears with no children playing. A bird's eye view shows empty seats and an empty stage in a very large auditorium. The shot changes, revealing a track with no athletes ready to run. An empty hallway of trophies and plaques revealed no one in the hallway. Words on the screen read, "Our halls need you, so do tomorrow's leaders." In a flash montage, the words deaf, blind, leadership, sportsmanship appear on the screen, followed by the words #join ASDB with a QR code leading to ASDB Teamworks Applications page. The following video features audio description for our blind and visually impaired viewers. The words "Why Arizona" feature prominently on the screen against a backdrop of a night time-lapsed video. The words "Natural sights" appear across beauty shots of different areas in Arizona, from the desert to lakes. Burrow walks through a western town. There are more beauty shots of Arizona, including a lake and a street down the middle of an old mining town. Shots of hiking trails appear. The words "City Life" flash across the screen. Drone shots highlight downtown Phoenix, the Cardinal Stadium, Paradise Valley, Scottsdale. The words "and ASDB" feature on the screen. Drone shots appear of the Phoenix and Tucson campuses. #join ASDB with a QR code leading to ASDB Teamworks Applications page. The following video features audio description for our blind and visually impaired viewers.
A video appears. A bubbly animation reveals white text. Why ASDB? Here's why.
There are so many things I enjoy about this job, but I'd say the number one thing is being a mentor to the students, having them see who they can become, letting them see what they can do in their lives, and then seeing where they wind up in the future. It's probably the biggest reward I can say I have.
Fades into that same bubbly animation. Now we see the ASDB logo and white text reading, "Learn and grow with us. Apply today."
The following video features audio description for our blind and visually impaired viewers.
A video appears. A bubbly animation reveals white text. Why ASDB? Here's why.
ASDB has contributed so much to my life. I grew up attending ASDB, and when I graduated and left, I noticed just how much of what I learned here during my time I could use and apply to my life. And now, I'm back here as an instructor, and I'm able to give back. And this is because of my time here as a student and how beneficial it really was. Here on campus, everyone has communication access, and I can communicate with anyone. It doesn't matter if you're deaf or hearing, and if you know sign language or you don't, everyone has access to an interpreter. And for the students, I think it's just great that deaf, hard of hearing, sighted, or not sighted students have the opportunity to communicate and participate in sports. I've had the wonderful experience of working as a teacher, a coach, and a tutor. And all these opportunities are because of ASDB, and I don't know where I would be. So yes, ASDB has given me a lot, and it could do the same for you as well.
The interview fades into that same bubbly animation. Now we see the ASDB logo and white text reading, Learn and Grow with Us. Apply today.
The following video features audio description for our blind and visually impaired viewers.
Video appears. A bubbly animation reveals white text. Why ASDB? Here's why.
Working here at ASDB has allowed me to grow and become a teacher leader in the elementary department. Those skills and experience have led me to travel around to different states and offer professional trainings in bilingual education environments. Also, as a teacher leader, I'm able to work with different professional learning communities, or PLCs, and I have the skills to train all teachers in my elementary department. Also, on the national level, I work as a board member on the National Deaf Education Council.
The interview fades into that same bubbly animation. Now we see the ASDB logo and white text reading, Learn and Grow with Us. Apply today.
The following video features audio description for our blind and visually impaired viewers. A shot of a slow-moving camera with nobody in a room to eat lunch appears. It goes slowly across a picnic table. The camera flies across an empty gymnasium with no athletes playing. The shot shows an empty stage, an empty theater with empty seats. The shot shows an empty playground. The shot shows an empty hallway in a school building. Text reads, "Our campuses need you. So do tomorrow's leaders." In a flash montage, the words deaf, blind, leadership, sportsmanship appear on the screen, followed by the words #Join ASDB with a QR code leading to ASDB Teamworks Applications page. The following video features audio description for our blind and visually impaired viewers.
A video appears. A bubbly animation reveals white text. Why ASDB? Here's why.
To truly give ASDB a chance and give ASDB the opportunity to show you what the school and the agency is all about, allowing them to not just change your career, but change you as a person.
Fades into that same bubbly animation. Now we see the ASDB logo and white text reading, Learn and Grow with Us. Apply today.
The following video features audio description for our blind and visually impaired viewers. The words "Why ASDB" features prominently on the screen. Children walk through a corridor using their canes, with the words "Great Opportunities" across the screen. A young child uses a braille machine. The words "Thriving Community" appear on screen. A young girl picks up an Easter egg in the middle of a field. A game is played inside the gym with the words "Rewarding Careers." A game of tug-of-war is now seen in the gym. Children play flag football with the words "Your future is here." Hashtag join ASDB with a QR code leading to ASDB Teamworks applications page.
And we're about to get started with this third quarter here. As I pointed out before, the and here we go. We're back on. Me and the score-keeping team are in sync. And I'm not talking about the 2000s boy band. Here we go. Washington Terriers. Passing overhead. Brianna Moore in the corner, the left wing. Back up to Jadaline Malone. She's doing a little step back, calling a play. Over to Deborah Dennis. Back up to Anderson. It's right through her hands. She's able to keep it in bounds, though. Malone, right side. Dennis now in the paint, passing back out to Anderson. Back up to the Malone. The Malone, top of the arc. Into none other than number 21, Brianna Moore Buckets, getting it done. It's a little couplet I wrote before this quarter. Utah coach giving out some instrucciones. Meanwhile, Diets with the ball. Shot put up by the Utah side. Not quite there. That's all right. We love the hustle. We love the effort. Malone, cross center court. Now to Anderson. Nobody in front of her. Not going to take the shot, though. Out to Dennis. To Malone. Malone doing a quick pass to herself, putting it up, in and out. And that's an out-of-bounds ball. Still going to be in Terrier possession. Deborah with the sneak attack. Ka-ching. Putting 2 on the board for D4. Meanwhile, Reese Diven down the stretch, backing into some defenders. 2 on her. She's got a teammate next to her. Over to Diets. Diets into her Utah teammate. And that's collected by Washington. Here we go now. Back to the Eagles' nest. Master of the skies. Here's D4 putting it up. Not quite there. Tipped by Utah. Maxine Katz. The Cat's Claw with the reception. Maxine looking for a teammate. Finds it in Reese Diven. Reese driving. Also, Reese's shoes match her uniform, and so do Maxine Katz's. That's awesome. Here's Diets. Oh, so close. Keep up the effort. It's gonna go in. I guarantee it. Here's Malone. Left side. Edwards right on her. Edwards playing sticky defense. And look at Utah getting a hand on the ball there. Malone, 3-point. Step. Nearly there. Suddenly getting a light scent of Lysol on my side. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Back to the game. Anderson out to Malone. Malone's gonna reset. New play. Looks like the train conductor. There's Anderson. Every single shot Anderson has taken in this game, she smiled right after. We love it. We love that positive energy. Pretty much everything she does in the game of basketball, smiles. I agree, Buzzer. All right, Utah ball now. Edwards gonna be bounding in. Even as Ashley Anderson returns to the bench, she's got a smile on her face. We love it. Keep it up. Here's Reese Diven, striding. Looking for something. Here's Katz now. Katz, unfortunately, giving the ball over to Malone. That's okay, it happens. It's really just a metaphor for life. You got to get over the humps. And here we go, Washington, Terriers. Some excellent passing there. Can't get it going. You know who can get it going, though? That's Brianna Moore. More life. And watch how you speak on her head top, you know? Here we go. Reese Diven now driving into terrestrial Terrier territory terrifically. And here's Diets. She's at the three-point line. Looking for her teammate. Teammate putting it up. Holy smokes! We found love in a lonely place. Wow. Sinker. Excellent job, Eagles. Squaw! They earned that one. Here's Malone. Malone again, putting it up. 3. Malone! Leave me alone forever, she says to the Eagles team. That score now, 23-6. Just a little over 2 to play in this quarter. And a timeout is called. And that's going to be a full on the Utah side. Just a quick break here. Quick shout out to our refs. They're doing a great job and they have cool shoes on, and one of them has a Harley Davidson tattoo. That's pretty cool. He's shaking his head. He didn't like that one. First and second buzzer on the timeouts. Looks like it's time to go back in. Both teams coming back in with a roar. The Eagles coming in with their triumphant squawk. And the Terriers coming in with more of a bark. Is Terriers in reference to the dog? That's unclear. Maybe there's an animal I'm unfamiliar with. This is Utah. Ball now. Reese Diven looking re-energized. Over to Kaylee Edwards. Edwards able to secure it. 3 defenders in front of her. What's she gonna do? Over to Dietz. Dietz to her Utah teammate. Remember, this teammate scored earlier, and they're so close to doing it again. Dietz, though, putting holes in the defense, Swiss cheese style. Here we go. That score, 23-8. I'm getting a smirk from my co-host. That's how I know that one landed. Here we go, Malone. Johnson. So close, Johnson. Do it again. Nearly there, recovered by Utah. Is Reese Diven okay? It looks like she might have taken a slight tumble. Looks like she's all right. She's all right. This is going to be Terrier ball. They're in the nest. Out to Malone, wide open. Here comes the Cat's Claw. That's Maxine Katz. Pass accidentally going out of bounds there. Here's Reese Diven. Giving some hand signals. What's the play? Getting some help from her coach there. Here's Dietz. Finding an open teammate. 2 defenders in front of her. She's going to put it up. Nearly past her teammate. Intercepted by Brianna Moore. Brianna Moore receptions. Brianna Moore life. Here's D4. Out to Johnson. Johnson to Malone. And look at that. Eastward brick wall getting its first assist of the day. And a second assist by Kelsey Fernandez. That's going to be her first of the day as well. Kelsey Fernandez putting some serious assists up in this tournament today. And here we are, back to the basketball game at hand. Here's Reese Diven finding an open shot, just a little short. That's recovered by number 20, Kaylee Gabrowski. D4 is going to walk it down the sidelines here. Finds Gabrowski again. Gabrowski looking to put it up. Unguarded. Nearly there. I'm telling you, folks, she will put one up in this game. Here's D4 now. Finding Johnson. Johnson's going to put one up. Johnson so close. Gets her own rebound. Nearly there off the rim. Brianna Moore buckets. Back to Johnson. Johnson to Gabrowski. Malone able to rebound. Over to Johnson. Johnson needs this. Malone just padding the stat sheet. Gabrowski's got a hand on it. Excellent offensive series of play from the Terriers secondary. Looks like Brianna Moore might have taken a basketball to the nose. She looks okay though, just a little shaken up. Reese Diven getting some one-on-one instruction from her coach. She might return to this fourth quarter fiery. The total as it stands, Terriers 23, Eagles 8. Terriers 23, 3 T's, Eagles 8, 2 E's. Something mysterious is happening in this gymnasium. The obliteration continues. And there go the boys Terriers team, most of whom are still in their jimmy jammies. And after a quick chat with my co-host, we're back to basketball. Here's Malone, driving right side, looking for an open teammate. Finds Gabrowski. Gabrowski stuffed by Divin, but you know who's there? Ashley Anderson. I know Kung Fu. To the Eagles defense. Here's Reese Divin now, left side. Remember, she got some special instructions from her coach. She might know something we don't. Diets. To her Utah teammate putting it up, not quite there. Very close though. Keep up the hustle. Divin looking for a steal. Okay, Divin. Put a little sauce in her step. Malone looking to get to D4. Pass over to Edwards. Ashley Anderson in the corner. Not quite there. Anderson's got her own rebound though. Up to D4 up top. D4 hand signals. Out to Gabrowski. She's gonna do this. So close. Can she get her own rebound? She's trying. Utah able to come away with it though. She will have one, guaranteed. Meanwhile, Utah driving right side. Diets. Here's Edwards putting one up. Left, but that's okay. She's still got the hustle about her, and that's what's so great about this Utah Eagles team. They always bounce back like a basketball. Here's Anderson now, putting two more up on the board. Excellent work, Anderson. She knows Kung Fu, and she always has a smile. Here's Divin now, driving. Tried the right side, nothing open. Trying the left side. Looking for her Utah teammate. She's open, she's putting a shot up. Pretty darn close. Maxine Katz trying to get it. Katz is able to come down with it. Katz clawing onto that ball, not letting it fall out of Eagles' hands. Excuse me, Eagles' talons. If we're gonna be anatomically correct. Sarah Johnson! I told you she would get one in. Sarah Johnson, relentless shots on the rim, and she's got it in now. Excellent work, Sarah Johnson. She's got some serious minutes in today's game. Wow. That score now, folks. That score, 29-8, and a timeout's called on the Utah side. It's going to be a 30-second. Terriers coach is loving it, putting high fives up to all the players. I'll tell you what, Sarah Johnson got one. Gabrowski's next. It was written. Classic Nas album as well. Another brief chat with my co-host, and then we're back to basketball. Reese Divin has it in her hands. She's trying to put that shot up. Recovered, Gabrowski. Gabrowski, though, looking to be intercepted by the Eagles. Eagles' talons not strong enough to hang on to that one. Here come the Terriers. They're in the Eagles' nest. Whoa! Sarah Johnson. No. Very close, though. Sarah Johnson, keep it up. You could get a second. Only you can determine the ceiling of your capabilities. Back to basketball now. Enough philosophy. Here's Dietz. Number 25 over to Divin. Dietz possibly setting up a screen here. Divin looking for an open teammate. She's got the cat's claw. That's Maxine. Correct. Maxine able to hang on to it with her sharp paws. Not strong enough, though, to avoid the grasp of number 13, Malone. Malone, excellent pass over to Sarah Johnson. Sarah going for two. Not quite there. That's tipped out of bounds by Utah. Coming into the game now, number 11, Savannah Anderson. She's going to sub out her sister, Ashley Anderson. Ashley, of course, returning to the bench with a smile. Loving that energy. We got a sub in for Utah as well. Heading back to the bench, maybe the best sprinter we've seen all tournament. She has amazing speed. That's number 11, Elena Yanguez. Excellent hustle from Elena. That's no joke, seriously. Here we go, Sarah Johnson trying to do it again. Back out to her, goes up. Still don't have it. Gabrowski on the other side. Gabrowski's looking for one before this game's over. I know she's gonna get it. We'll celebrate when she does. Meanwhile, Dietz, right side. Here's Edwards driving into the paint. Edwards could get a shot off. Slightly left there. That's going to be Utah Eagles ball, though. Utah able to stay in flight. Maxine Katz pawing it off over to her teammate Dietz. Utah trying to hang on to it. Couldn't do it. And they're out of the terrestrial Terrier territory terrifically. Meanwhile, Gabrowski got a hand on it. Gabrowski put it up. Gabrowski, first attempt, not quite there. Back out to her, put it up, Gabrowski. Not quite there either. And that ball's gonna head out of bounds, and D4 goes ahead and gives her coach a big hug. She's like, thanks for bringing us along on this journey. I'm happy to be here. That head coach, by the way, Ron Spratlin. And on the Utah side, that's Whitney James. They're both doing an excellent job. And here's Divin, sprinting, putting a shot up at the free throw line. Holy smokes! Reese Divin, diving. Wow. That's bringing it up, 29-10. Maxine Katz on D. Not quite there. Here's Gabrowski. I told you she's gonna do it. Nearly there. Whistle's blown. Oh, and who's that? It's just number 20, Kaylee Gabrowski, at the free throw line. If she makes this, oh my goodness, I might have a heart attack. Do this, Gabrowski. Do it. Not quite there, but she's got a second attempt. Teammates cheering her on. Good job, Gabrowski. You have a second attempt. Breathe, focus. Here we go. That's short as well. Got a minute 20 left to go in this one. This is that fourth quarter here, folks. Utah Terriers. Here come the Eagles soaring across center court here. Eagles looking to make something happen. That's Reese Divin. Back to her teammate, Diets. Over to her other Utah teammate. They're shooting. Very close, recovered. D4, a minute to go in this one. Whatever you do, D4, get it to Gabrowski. I'm not hiding my bias anymore. I want her to score. Number 11, Savannah Anderson. Savannah putting it up. Utah now. Divin sinking her talons into the basketball. Putting it up just short. There's less than 20 to go here. Get it to Gabrowski. Sarah Johnson putting it up. Savannah. I'll take 2 from Savannah, but I would have preferred Gabrowski. Diets putting an attempt up. And that's going to do it for this one. I tell you what, the score might not reflect it there, but this Utah Eagles team never lost a step. They always maintained their hustle every game, whether they were up, whether they were down. They've been so consistently speedy, momentous, and hustling across the board. A big, big round of applause to this Utah Eagles girls team. And of course, the victors, the Washington Terriers girls team. They've done an excellent job too. That's going to be a Washington win. A few more minutes here. You already know the boys teams are going to be playing. That's the Washington Terriers again and the Utah Eagles. Squaw! We'll see you in a moment, folks.